Lena. Right. Well, I don't know that we've necessarily embraced those particular provisions. I think we've laid down our marker is we're going to protect Floridians and their quality of life, their freedom, the public order, and their businesses from having homelessness, crimes, and drugs impinge on that. And that's what we have to do. That is number one. Then once you do that, there are certain legal requirements that you do have to meet. I mean, one of the reasons why you can in Miami Beach arrest somebody is because you are offering them a shelter. Courts have said you have to do that. I'm not sure that's what the Constitution actually says, but you know what? This is the Warren Court, and they just made it up as they went along, so why not, right? But we're mindful of that because I want to do whatever we do, I want it to stick. I don't want it to end up being, you know, we know there's always going to be some judges that rule against us no matter what, but as you go on appeal and everything, we want it to be able to stick. So how is that done? And I think what we're envisioning is providing some support for counties for additional sheltering, providing some financial support for both substance abuse and mental health. But what we don't want to see in the legislation is any incentive to create homeless camps, particularly in areas that would interfere with the public conducting normal business. And so if it's a county where they're going to do something that's out of the way, I think what they're trying to do in that bill is provide a lot of accoutrements that are required to probably make it less attractive to do that. But then if they went ahead, then they'd have to do all those things. But I think that's all still a work in progress. My bottom line is we just want the streets safe. We don't want homeless to be an issue in everyday life. And that's what it's become. It's overwhelmed day-to-day life in some of these cities throughout the United States. And that, first of all, it's not good for the public, but it ultimately isn't good for the people that are out camping on the streets. That's a dead end. That is not going to lead them to having any of these problems solved. So there's going to be, I think a lot of it's going to be based on the requests we get. We want spring break to go smoothly. And I'm willing to devote resources to ensure that it goes smoothly because I understand how it impacts restaurants, hotels. It affects a lot, and these are people's livelihoods. And you have spring break, which can be a great time for Florida businesses, but then if things go south, then it ends up becoming really bad. So we're on standby to accept whatever people are asking. We're going to talk to communities throughout this state, but I do think that this is probably going to be the top priority just given the last couple of years. I think there's a couple other spots around the state. I think most of them have leaned in and I think have done it pretty effectively. So let us know how we can be helpful. It's not for us to just say you have to accept this. You don't have to accept any help. If you want some highway patrol, we'll help you. If you don't, that's fine. If you think you got a handle on it, I know the mayor here understands that we need to head this off, and I think that's the right approach. So he's going to have our support to be able to make sure that we have an orderly few weeks here. You know, it's a great time to be in Florida. Obviously, once the calendar turns, you know, January, February, March, April, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff to do. We're fortunate to have so many people that come and spend their money in Florida. Heck, even the criminals spend their money. Did you see the story? You had CNN. They were saying, like, there's these theft rings with a lot of the illegal aliens, and they steal, and they're like, well, but they tend to go down to Florida and spend the money, and I'm not sure how that works, but they're like, but why don't they just steal in Florida? They're like, because they'll go to jail if they steal in Florida. So, thanks, guys. We'll see ya. Thank you.